It's everyone's favorite tournament of the year. The golfers are in Augusta, Georgia to compete for the coveted jacket. And DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports, is putting you in the center of the action by giving you a shot to land in the green. This week, DraftKings is giving you a free shot at $1 million top prize when you download and sign up using the promo code THPN. If you haven't tried DraftKings, this is the time. It's easy to play. Pick six golfers. Bryson DeChambeau, my boy, might be a good one to throw out there. Stay under the salary cap and submit your lineup before the tournament tees off early Thursday morning. Then sit back, follow the action. The more red numbers they have on the leaderboard, the closer you'll be to winning some green. Rack up points for pars, birdies, finishing position, and more. Even though you may not be able to hit the course with the pros, DraftKings is giving you the chance to scratch your competitive itch and reign supreme. Download the DraftKings app now using code THPN during signup. This week, DraftKings is putting you in the action with the free shot at $1 million top prize. That's code THPN, and you get a free shot at $1 million top prize only at DraftKings. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
You are now tuned in to the Windy City Benders podcast. This is WCVP.
It's another edition of the WCV podcast, a part of the Hockey Podcast Network. It's Jarom. It's Tanner. Tanner, what is up, bud?
To just like Jesus, we are back. Well, we took Sunday off.
It's wondering where we were going with that. I was like,
yeah, happy Easter.
Happy belated Easter.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy second birthday, Jesus.
Yeah, man.
That's how it works, right?
I mean, what was it? Just like the Blackhawks in 2013 versus Detroit, there was a comeback. That's good.
Right. Compared to ourselves to Jesus coming back. Now we've heard the Blackhawks to Jesus coming back. I think that's we hit the quota for the episode.
Just like Chicago after the Great Fire. Way to come back, Chicago.
What a comeback.
What a comeback.
You got a haircut, bud. I know we talked about it a little before, but I just
Yeah, man. I got 3 approved haircut styles from my fiance and went to the barber, showed him all 3, and he goes, "No." I just fucking cut my hair. And so now she's mad because it's too short. And I was like, "Okay, thanks, man." Just bye. Yeah, probably won't see you again for another year now, so I have to let it grow out again. But yeah.
So, and the last thing we'll talk about before we get into hockey talk, we talked about it too before we start recording. We should record it while we're talking about it, but
yeah,
we're back in live sports, the presence of live sports.
Yeah, man. Went
First
to a Cubs
time
game
in over a year. How did it feel? How was it? Like,
it was probably the best because there was no one near us. Like, the best part is the seats are basically have like a colored duct tape or some shit like that, where like these are the seats that are assigned to people. Like, everyone has tickets for these seats. So the seats next to us were zip tied up. And the ones in front of us zip tied up, the ones behind us zip tied up. So it's like we had room to just stretch out and just enjoy our time.
Do they just sell them like two a piece, or is it like?
I don't know because I got ours off of StubHub, so I think we probably bought tickets from like some sort of season ticket holder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the thing I noticed is like I think they're sold in like 2. They're like in even packages, like on StubHub at least, like 2 and 4 and 6.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was great. The game sucked. The game was terrible. They lost they lost 4-0. They got 1 fucking hit, and somebody stood right in front of us getting a beer during that 1 hit, so we didn't see a damn thing. And it's not like it was an exciting defensive game because there was so many fucking walks too. So it was just like, God, this game is slow and fucking boring.
Watching their games on TV, like since home opener or whatever, I'm getting like rookie of the year vibes. Like empty stadium, like nobody there watching it. It's so funny.
Oh my God. The best was the fact that my fiance was not paying attention. She looked up at the screen and they were showing the 50-50 raffle price at the time. And it's like $4,000 something dollars. I knew she was not paying attention, but she looked at it and she goes, huh, I thought there would have been, I go, more people here. And she goes, yeah, I go, because that's money. There's a dollar sign in front of it. I was like, that's the 50-50 raffle. And she goes, oh my fucking God. I was like, I knew you weren't paying attention, and I saw you look at it, and I knew exactly what you were thinking, and it was the funniest shit. So then the rest of the game, every time they showed the raffle, I was like, look how many more people showed up after the first time they showed it. And she's like, shut up.
How good was it tasting like overpriced beer again?
I didn't buy a beer at the game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Fuck that. We went and had like a little dinner, and I had a couple drinks because she doesn't drink anymore, so it was good to do that before the game. But then when we got there, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's just sit and watch the game. Like we even went to 7-Eleven, bought like giant waters like beforehand, and then brought those in and just enjoyed our time there.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But it's weird because like when you're not drinking, you notice how much everyone around you is drinking.
Yeah.
And like I was like, man, it was like pretty quiet. Like everybody's just kind of enjoying, like, oh, you know, good strikeout and all this shit. And then like 6, 7, 8, 9 innings, like now all of a sudden everybody's a goddamn comedian, and no one says actually anything funny, but they all think that no one heard them the first time, so they say it again. And I'm just like, wasn't funny the first time, wasn't funny the second time, maybe shut the fuck up. Like, oh my God.
Well, that's cool. I'm jealous you got to go see that. Well, got to experience something in person, not jealous that it was a shit show game and terrible game, but
and then I was back in Wrigley today, you know, just went and got vaccinated right next to Wrigley Field. So then I hung out again, and of course they fucking couldn't buy a hit, and I was like, I gotta go home. This is this is the worst. Oh God.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll get back into the UC sooner than later. But yeah,
I think the Hawks are only like one of 2 teams that have no plan right now outside of Canada.
And probably LA.
Is it LA? I think it's I know teams. Washington was one of the teams that doesn't have any plans for fans at the moment, and Blackhawks were, but Anaheim just had announced like plans to allow like at least like 1,000 something fans recently. Really? Yeah.
That one shocks me. I thought California would be the last one.
I knew I should have wrote it down because I had seen it on like Reddit, I think, and somebody had made a graph and it showed all the teams that either have plans to or already allowing fans and like the amount of fans that they're allowing. And I really am pretty sure that it was only like not in the plan to or already have was Chicago, Washington, and Canada. But I mean, I could be wrong. That's just going off of memory right now.
Anaheim doors will be open beginning Friday, April 16th. The team is the Vegas Golden Knights. That surprises me. I thought California was going to be a holdout.
Well, does it say they're only allowing like 1,000 something fans, right?
Orange Alliance season ticket members will be given top priority to attend the remaining 5 regular season home games. It doesn't say like a number.
But I mean, I'll take a look and see if I can find it, but I don't know. I doubt it because it was a few days ago. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I would love it if the Hawks allowed fans like anytime soon. But I think we're looking at like next year.
Yeah, I don't think I think Pritzker with his mindset with everything, I think the Hawks are not. It's not going to be this year.
I think it's a phase 5 thing.
Yeah.
Because unless we get to phase 5 and then playoffs hit and then they're like, yep, let's go, like 100%.
Plus,
just go for it.
And numbers are surging again in Chicago, or in Illinois. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Just these motherfuckers can't hold off,
Yeah. So, but yeah. So last time we recorded, we're getting ready for a huge game against Nashville later that night. It's crazy to think that all of a sudden Nashville is relevant again in this. I thought I had them written off. But
yeah.
no, they got hot at the right time. Hawks got cold at the wrong time. And in a must-win game, it was Jesus Christ. Malcolm Subban versus Pekka Rinne. Just like we said it was going to be.
Yep.
And it was a shit show for the Hawks, at least.
Yeah. I mean, they just can't solve the Predators. It's literally like this must be what Minnesota feels like in the playoffs facing us, like in the early 2010s. Like, it's depressing. Like, they either play bad but don't give up much, and then they end up playing better, and then they give up a goal or two, and then they lose. And it's just like, at any point, I don't feel like they get like overly dominated by the Predators, but we just can't beat them for some reason.
So we lost 3. This is all the games against them. 3-2 in overtime, 2-1 to a shootout. Those are in January. Nothing in February. March, we lost 3-1 and 3-2. Oh, well, 3-2. 3-2. That was the last game we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And then they got shut out on last Saturday as well. But yeah, that was like tales of 2 different games. Like the game on Sunday, it was like all Nashville.
DeBrincat powers 2 fucking goals in.
So here, that is one thing I've wrote down, and then he kind of it's throughout the entire week of these games that like we missed talking about. DeBrincat's just been on another level, and
yeah,
I wanted to ask you that game against Nashville when he gets that first goal and then he just powers his way to get that second goal.
Yeah, he decided to tie the game.
Was that the moment? Like, couldn't potentially be the moment that we look back and be like, that is when DeBrincat entered elite status?
I could see it. That was legit. Just put the game on my fucking back. Let's go. And then he scores, and it's kind of like a look at the team moment and go, are we gonna fucking win this or no? And then it was
very much like Kaner. Kaner would do that all the time. Like,
yeah,
ought to be down. Kaner puts up 2 points and is just like, look, like, let's fucking go. Like right now, let's knock this shit out. And his 2 goals, I mean, they weren't that far apart, weren't they? It was like less than a minute.
No, it was very close. I think it was within like a shift or 2.
Yeah, so 7:35 in the third and 9:25 in the third.
Yeah.
So like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then it was just so upsetting because they not too long after that they gave up the game winner.
And then
goddamn.
Roman Josi just
showing why he's like a Norris Trophy winner.
A lot of guys too to get in there for that goal, but
dude, he's so good.
He's so good. He's one of those guys, like he's getting like, for me, like Datsuk. I love Datsuk. I loved watching him play, but I can never appreciate him because he was a Red Wing. Like Yossi is one of those guys where he's like, he's so good, but it's like I can't like appreciate him because he's a fucking Predator.
Yeah, that's the issue with that. Like, I like Tarasenko, but yeah, not enough to say like more than that.
But
yeah, I don't know. That sucks. But then they end up playing Carolina.
And this was another game. Like, it's so talking about these 5 games real quick too. It's like you saw every phase that the Hawks can be in. You have Nashville. The Nashville game was playing like shit and almost coming back. This first Carolina game was just a pure dominance team, like a good team win. Like they showed that they were a contender. They showed that they could be a top playoff team in this division.
Yeah. I mean, Doc ended up getting his first assist or his first point. DeBrincat gets another goal because that's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna get points from now on.
And the power play too.
Yeah.
Lankinen looked great. 31 saves he made on that 32.
Yeah, Lankinen is just he's gonna be so fucking good. I'm so glad we have ourselves a Finnish goaltender.
Right.
They're always so good. Like, prove me wrong. Finnish goalies, once they make it to the show, they do great.
Yeah, I mean, not always for a long period of time, but I mean they get stuff done. Niemi.
Oh yeah.
Stanley Cup.
I'm glad you brought up Niemi, so we'll talk about him later.
Okay.
I got a question for you about that.
Shit. Okay. So yeah, good team win. 2-1 win over Carolina. Then they come back a day late. 2 days later, they drop 4-3 to Carolina.
Yep.
I'm completely honest, I missed that game, so I don't remember much on that one.
Yeah, I was working that game, so I didn't get to see anything.
We'll just
gotten a chance to check the highlights yet. But I mean, Brandon Hagel still got a Gino, Doc, Dylan Strome's putting up goals ever since he became a dad.
Was this his first game back?
No, this was
so the last game was his dad.
It was that was it the Sunday?
The Sunday, yeah, you're right. Sunday.
Versus Nashville. He's put up like 3 goals since he's been back in the 4 games.
Gotta bust out that dad strength.
Yeah,
like, come on. Kubalik with another one. Hagel getting that COVID protocol bump.
Yeah, I was saying in our group chat that Hagel's gonna get the COVID bump like DeBrincat. He's gonna end up turning into Connor McDavid. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh my god! And we'll talk about Connor McDavid in a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one it looks like it was a hard fought game. It just you got away from them. Who was in net for that one? Lankinen
against Carolina. I think Lincoln's played
every game
since that Sunday because I
know he played
notice
or Tuesday.
Second game versus Carolina is Lankinen. Yeah. Pretty sure he's played every single one. And you know what's fucking funny to me at this point now is like not too long ago, Lankinen and like Kakkonen were like tied for like Calder Trophy, like 3rd right now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of shit because Lankinen's been the fucking starter and Kakkonen's just been the backup. Like he's been putting up good numbers and he's been really good too. But like I can notice it way more because he's in my fantasy team, but he sits out like 4 or 5 games at a fucking time.
Lankinen's doing more consistently.
Yeah. Like at this point, Lankinen's played like almost 26 games.
It's got to be close.
And Kakkonen's played like 17 or no, like 16 or some shit. Like it's not. It's like there's a huge difference in their games played, and then people are like, "Oh, Kakkonen's way better." It's like, yeah, you have a much smaller sample size, and plus he plays the second game in a back-to-back. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Like Lankinen's playing the first game when guys are fresh. Like, fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
I'll take Kakkonen all day anyway.
Oh yeah,
but he's still gonna back up Lankinen. I'll tell you that.
There's a whole. No, 100% agree. Yeah, he's at 28 games played right now too. So
Lankinen.
Yeah.
He'll
probably be 29. He'll probably be 16 games left. He'll probably be 35. No,
he's gonna be up there with the starting goalies for sure. Because
I bet you he plays 13 on the 16.
I don't see why not, man. Like, he's playing fantastically. Like, even in these losses, like, they're very close games. And like, that's the thing with him. It's always been close games. There's been a lot of games that look like blowouts, but it's been like 2 fucking empty netters and shit.
Right, yeah.
And
it's just night and day too. It's just watching him. It's like the confidence that team feels like it's a different team, completely different team watching them play with Lincoln in net and with Subban in net.
yeah, it's like having Crawford in net versus anyone else. Forsberg. Oh my God. Yeah.
You ruined that guy. Did you see he's on Ottawa now and he was playing the other day against Winnipeg and he had his Winnipeg pad still?
Yep.
Because they haven't updated him yet.
Also, Lincoln's tied for 4th most games played in the league right now for goalies.
Yeah, and he'll probably get 40 plus.
Yeah, I think so. He is for a rookie putting up a 918 and 269. Connor Hellebuyck has a 918 right now too. And he's played only a couple more games than him. If
it wasn't for that kid, I always forget his name. He's on my fantasy team too, from Minnesota.
Kakkonen Kaprizov.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, I think Lincoln should be walking away with the rookie.
Yeah, Kaapo Kakkonen has 18 games played, so he has 10 less games, and he only has a 920. And fucking Minnesota fans want to be like, he's so much better. Eat a dick. Like I said, he fucking plays the second game in a fucking back-to-back. Like, get out of here.
Oh, Minnesota, you got 2 exciting young players. Grow up. You're not good.
Also, you play in one of the worst divisions. Like he literally he just gets his dick kicked in by Colorado and Vegas, and then probably beats everybody else.
Yeah, I was shocked with how bad that division turned out to be.
Thanks, St. Louis. I'm so glad. I think they're out of a playoff spot right now, by the way, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, so then really quick, going back to that Predators game,
tangent over. Let's go back.
Yeah, 3-0. The 3-0 loss. This is a rare game that the Hawks were just completely dominant and just could not get anything going. And this goes back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago, which is about puck luck being a real thing. Saros is he's like another guy. He's on another level. He stops 41 shots. Hawks put 41 shots to Nashville's 21. Like, there was just nothing that they could have done, I think, to make that. I mean, unless, I don't even know. Pecorine, Saros gets hurt. Pecorine comes in. Maybe then the Hawks put something up, but that was Saros. That was a Saros win for Nashville there.
Yeah, man. He's a monster. Also Finnish goalie, by the way.
Yep.
They have 2 Finnish goalies, and it's kind of not fair. I think he's like 6'5" or some shit too.
He's
5'11". He's not even fucking 6 foot. Oh my God.
Pecorine is the tall one.
Yeah, I thought the UC Saros looks way bigger than
he plays 5'11". A lot. Like, he just plays like a big guy.
Like, he's been in such a good spot to like grow into the starter, because they've had this natural transition of like Pecorine and UC Saros, like kind of like Pecorine played so much and Saros played little, and then it just like kind of like slowly like switched, and they kind of had the perfect age to like do that swap. And it's just like, God damn, man. Like, he was gradually allowed to get more and more and more games and grow into like being a starter, and he's fucking good.
And you fucking know what's still infuriating about this too? They still have Askarov.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. He might be a bust. He couldn't hold on to his stick in juniors, so who cares? Also, fuck that. Who gives a shit?
Dude,
he's not Finnish, so I don't care.
I don't care. I wanted that guy so bad. I wanted him to fall. God damn, if we would have just not won against Edmonton in the playoffs last year.
Thanks Edmonton for Kaner.
And then Tuesday night we put up a 4-2 win over Dallas. DeBrincat was just another absolute fucking snipe.
Yeah.
Too.
My God. I
So
definitely watched that highlight because that was
yeah,
sick. In and
he
out with the quickness.
so he right this season so far he's got an 18% shooting percentage, which was the same as the year that he put up 41.
Didn't he have 42?
I think it was 41.
I'm positive it was 42. Maybe I'm not positive. Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure. You want to bet?
Yeah. What do you want to
I don't know.
bet? You gotta figure it out real quick before I find out. Because I'm pretty sure he went 28,
41.
42. Was it 41?
28,
Fuck.
41, 18, and he's at 20 right now.
Yeah, he's already surpassed last year's goal total in way fewer games.
He's shooting 17.9. Okay, so my stats a little bit off.
Yeah, we round up. That's why I said 42.
Just man.
Yeah, he's good. He's not going to be anything without Dylan Strome or Connor McDavid.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh,
Connor McDavid's gonna be asking to be traded so he can play with DeBrincat so he can get his numbers up.
So Connor McDavid can get his numbers up. Oh my God.
But yeah, so
like I said before, like weeks ago, DeBrincat, he's got the sickest fucking stick. Like he's everywhere, and he will steal the puck from everybody. And I don't think anybody notices it enough because he steals that shit and then has just time in the zone and ends up just sniping.
and I know the stat doesn't matter. Like I hate this stat, but he's also plus 10 on the year.
I mean, it's good in a sense. Like if your team's not meant to be good, like that means like your line's doing great. Also, Doc scored his first goal this season.
But real
I don't know if you want to mention that.
Oh yeah. But real quick, because we're still talking about DeBrincat though, like
yeah,
Selke, that's like the best defensive or offensive forward or
best defensive forward.
Yeah. Do you think he should get looked at for that?
I think he should, but I don't think he will. That's like, at least not this year. If he keeps doing that shit, I think eventually at some point in his career, but like I feel like right now I'm the only one that notices it. Because I don't hear anybody ever say anything about how DeBrincat is like so good on the forecheck. Doc's also fantastic on the forecheck, but DeBrincat always has his stick everywhere and he gets a piece of a lot of shit. And I mean, let's start the campaign. Like DeBrincat for Selke, like all day.
Selke cat.
Selke cat. Okay. But yeah, there's actually a couple first this game. So Kirby got his first goal.
Kirby scores. Kubalik gets his 13th. Great.
But Hinostroza gets his first assist
on his second run with the Blackhawks.
Yeah, he gets his first point in his first game back.
Probably could have talked about that too before this game. Yeah, Hinostroza gets picked up again for Brandon Manning.
No. Was it Manning?
Morrison.
Brad Morrison.
Brandon
Manning.
Who?
Isn't it Brad Morrison? You fucking freaking me
doesn't
out.
matter. He doesn't play for the fucking Hawks anymore. So
it was in the Sod trade. You're killing me right now. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Brad Morrison.
Yeah, because Brandon Manning was the guy we got the guy we traded to Edmonton for Kajula.
Yeah, well, you know what? They both have a lot in common. They're not on the Hawks anymore, so they're irrelevant as shit. So who gives a fuck who they are?
Well, I'm pretty glad that we just took like a toss-in name from the Colorado trade that we got was Zadorov, and then we ended up turning it into Vinny Hinostroza again. He apparently only played 10 games this year with or 9 games this year with Florida. He plays 1 game with us and gets an assist right away.
Yeah, I was talking with Rossi about that, and he was saying that when he played, he showed like a lot of pop. He just couldn't carve his spot on the roster down there. He was like that team was just, they're so good right now, and like they have the right guys in the right spot, and like he was just that odd man out. He was like that 13th forward all the time.
Yeah, man, that's fucking hard. I mean, that's kind of what Lucas Wallmark became, and then like that's why he got like put through waivers.
Yeah, it was like this is one of those things that it's like I don't hate it, I don't love it. I'm like it's a decent move.
We didn't give up anything really.
Yeah, we didn't give up anything. It's a guy who's on a cheap contract. Like, I mean, he's up at the year. He's on one of those. He's fighting for his career essentially. Like he's had a couple down seasons, so he's fighting to find a good spot. Essentially playing for a contract for next year. So he's got a lot to prove. I was gonna say he knows the system, but he wasn't here with Carlton. But
he's young enough.
Yeah, he's familiar with the guys and all that. Like
he's not like a proven player. He's 27. He's been fighting for roster spots, so it's not like he's stuck in his ways. Like if the whole team's going with what Carlton's going with, I think he's gonna be a pretty easy going to like fit into that. Like, I mean, if anything, like we have plenty of guys that can slot in. It's just like, I like Hinostroza a little bit better.
Yeah. As
an option. Like when he was on the Hawks, he's always fucking hustling.
Yeah.
He is always fucking going hard. And like, I loved that about him, but then he ended up getting tossed into the Hossa trade.
Yeah.
Hossa, Osterley, and Hinostroza for Mackenzie Entwistle and
I just love that too.
Space.
Osterley and Hinostroza played in the CPHL the night before they got traded, and I even like was kind of talking to them a little bit. I was like, "Oh, you guys excited?" He goes, "Yeah, this team's feeling good, finally gelling out there and like ready to go." And then the next day, the trailer goes out gets traded. I was like, "Oh!" And then Hinostroza comes back the following week, still plays in the CPHL. And they wouldn't even let him dress in the locker room, the Hawks locker room. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. They had all of his stuff like waiting for him, like pulled out and all that kind of stuff. He had to go grab it, walk to like the mission locker room.
Like a fucking shame walk.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he had to peel off. They made it. They were peeling off the Hawks stickers off his helmet and everything. It was so crazy.
That's so upsetting, especially as like a Chicago native.
Right,
like you no longer wanted, kid. Get out of here.
But this was a good game because it was kind of like the future's now, old man. Doc scores, Kubelik scores, DeBrincat scores.
Yes.
And then Kane's like, fuck you guys. And he puts an empty netter.
I'll get the empty netter.
He had a nice... I don't know if he scored it or he had like a nice assist on the goal that got waved off like a minute into it.
I didn't see it since I was at the Cubs game. But when I watched the doc highlight, they were saying that this one actually counts. So I was like, oh, they must have fucking disallowed a goal.
They scored like a minute into it. I got the notification on my phone that got disallowed. But yeah. Like it was just they were buzzing. They were looking good. A couple bad, they kind of let the foot off the gas a little bit going into the third. They started the third off on a power play and they let up a shorthanded goal.
Shorties are gonna kill.
Yeah, and then they let up who scored that last one for them. Was it Red Fosca? How do you say
Foxa? Radek Foxa.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Scores another one and kind of got a little like, oh shit, here we go. They stopped playing in the third. They're classic, like, 40-minute game, and then the last 20 minutes they can't do it. But they kind of tied everything up defensively, and it was a good win. It was a must needed win. Looking at the standings here real quick after that. Nashville won that night too, so it was definitely a must need win. They are 2 points behind Nashville for the last playoff spot. They both have 40 games played, 16 games left to go.
What if us and Nashville just catch Tampa and Tampa misses out?
I mean, they're not playing great hockey right now.
They're on a 2-game losing streak right now.
Yeah, they're 5-5 in their last 10.
Trash.
Columbus is kind of coming back a little bit. They're at 38 points. Dallas, it's like, I don't know.
Columbus is 3-6-1 in their last 10. The problem is that we're 4-6-0 in our last 10.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like the way we're playing and the way like these other guys, if they can start, all they have to do is get hot a little bit. Like Nashville's 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah, they definitely caught fire once they got like some guys back. I know Yossi was hurt for a bit, and so was Saros, and Ellis was hurt for a bit. I don't know if he might still be hurt, but they had a decent amount of guys out. Plus, like Duchesne, I think Duchesne might still be out too. They were struggling. It sucks. I'm just like, please, just stop. Let us go.
Yeah.
but like we were talking about all of March, like that was going to be our toughest month. That was literally so many games against the top 3 teams in our division, and now we're playing more games against the guys below us.
And it's like Dallas. I mean, Dallas has got a lot of games in hand. Well, not a lot, but they got 4, I think, in hand. 3 on the Hawks, 4 on the division, I think.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Dallas though.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. Detroit, no.
Dallas just is been a disappointment, but like it's understandable because they're missing Sagan and they're missing Bishop, and it's not.
I think Ben's been out for a little bit too, here and there.
Jamie Benn is no longer a fucking Hart Trophy winner. He's not. He's basically just a power forward that can put up maybe 30 points. I might be saying the wrong thing because I don't fucking know how many points he's put up recently, but honestly,
he's fully
no one fucking grabs him in fantasy. Like
he's Nick Foligno now.
He's consistently like rated way higher than he should be.
He's a fan. He's a leadership guy. He's a feel good leadership type of guy. Like he likes to get the boys going and all that, but he's not going to put points up for you anymore.
Yeah, like oh my god, he's on somebody's fantasy team.
I think Stu picked him up.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but he's got 18 points right now.
I don't know, man. I know
he had 39 points last year.
Yeah, like
so maybe he's still in the 50 point range, but he's not like a point per game player by any means.
I'm saying Detroit, Dallas, they're done. I don't see them doing anything. Columbus, I feel like they're done, but I'm also like this team is a team that they could turn it up if they wanted to. And
the funny thing is you're saying Dallas is done, but Columbus can still turn it up, but Dallas has a better win percentage.
I think I think Columbus has the pieces where if they get hot.
What if Patrick Laine decides he wants to start scoring goals?
Exactly. Yeah. Matthew Laine is, let's watch DeBrincat highlights and it's like, oh shit, I can do that too.
Just imagine Patrick Laine fucking sitting at home just going, man, this DeBrincat guy is pretty good. Maybe I could be like him one day.
But like I'm saying though, like I don't know. I can't really explain it. Like I feel like the guys with that underdog story that Columbus has been the last couple of years, like that nobody expects them to win and nobody expects them to be in the playoffs and do what they've done type of thing. I think they still have that general core together still. That I think if they get hot at the right time and Hawks, we continue to do this win 1, lose 2, type of thing. And Nashville has all the potential in the world to get cold and go back to what we saw at the beginning of the season. Like, you don't know. And it's like with the trade deadline coming up, who knows who's going to be buyers and sellers at this point. Like it's a weird year for this trade deadline and for teams to pick up pieces and all that.
Is Nashville peaking too soon?
Potentially. Yeah.
Just, I wish the Hawks could put a string of games together where they win like 4 or 5 in a row. That'd be amazing. And I think this is the month to actually put that together. Like, it'd be great. They play Dallas again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or today when this comes out. They play Columbus twice. They play Detroit twice. And then they probably lose to Nashville.
Like it's you're 100% right. Like if they have to win probably all but 2 of those. Like I think they can only afford 2 losses out of all those.
I don't think they really can, because then they play Nashville 3 times next, or the week after next.
So you're saying they need to win every single one of those games?
It would put them in such a great position if they beat Nashville, beat Columbus twice, and beat Detroit twice. They put a statement down, put 10 points on the fucking board. We're 10 points up. And then let's see, like Nashville, I think they have a tougher schedule these next 2 weeks. If we put up 10 points and Nashville puts up 2 and we put a little separation between us, that'd be fantastic. But it won't let me click on Nashville right now.
Is it realistic though? Like
I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm saying that's what we need to do.
Right.
We haven't put up like a 4-game or 5-game winning streak, I'm pretty sure, this whole season. It's always been like 2 or 3, 1 loss.
So Nashville has they have Detroit tonight.
Then they have Tampa,
Dallas, Tampa, Carolina, and then the 3 against us, and then they wrap up April with Florida. That's hard. That's hard.
So they have 6 games. We have 5. If we win all 5 and they win 3, we're up 2 points, and then that's great, because it's gonna be fucking really rough going into playing Nashville 3 games 2 weeks from now, or 3 weeks from now, or whatever it is, and being down against them.
Yeah.
Like, this is why we need to win these fucking games coming up.
So, all right, the team how it is right now.
Lankinen starts every game.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I would hope so. Like, there's no back-to-backs coming up.
So, all right. So this team right now, how they're playing right now, how you see them pre-deadline. We're not even going to talk about if they make a move at the deadline or that.
Yeah, what's the deadline? The 12th?
The 12th. So that's Monday.
Oh, fuck.
So looking at what you're seeing now, you have to make a call. Or is this a playoff team? All right, and don't be a homer, legitimate as a hockey fan, somebody will call you a hockey reporter, hockey podcaster. Is this a playoff team legitimately? As is.
I think so. I think they are, because when you look at the games that they've lost, they haven't been very many actual blowouts. They've been in besides the first couple games of the season and another 1 or 2 versus Tampa a few weeks ago, beginning of March, they haven't been blowouts. They've been in every single game, and they either just can't buy a goal or they lose it late. And I think that even if they're not a playoff team, they're literally not even knocking on the door. They're literally opening the door to being a playoff team. They're about to step in. So I think that they have a good chance of making it, but I don't know about making it far.
So that's
a Lankinen thing. If they make it far,
you're putting them more on the contenders. If you had to put contender for pretender, you're leaning more towards contender.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
What about you? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm torn, because I'd like to think, and I had to have, when I was thinking about this earlier, I'm I had to remind myself, I told you, unbiased, don't be a homer, and all that kind of stuff. But it's the pieces are there.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a playoff team this season.
In this division?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that.
You think they come in 5th at least, or you think?
Yeah, I think they're.
That?
Yeah, no, yeah.
You think they're just sitting outside the party with their hands in their pockets?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just kicking dirt, wishing hey, let's got fun in there.
Yeah. Maybe we should have got a first round pick for somebody, but damn, that sucks.
But I'm thinking I'm feeling a lot better about this team. If anything that's I've learned from this season, or this is talking about this team, is that I'm feeling a lot better about where this team's going in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
my biggest concern about this team after last year was just kind of like it felt like there was no direction in what this team was doing. Like, yeah, we made it to the playoffs and all that kind of stuff, and we beat Edmonton and all that. We got to Vegas for the playoffs last year, but it still was like, all right, cool, but you know what? You did that in a weird year, a lucky kind of bubble situation type of thing. It's
also you play Vegas and you're like, oh, there's a clear difference between these teams
100%.
Because it was a 5-game series where Vegas won 4 and Crawford won 1.
I'm kind of treating this like 08-09 Blackhawks.
Okay, I can see that.
You're seeing that new core. We're seeing the guys that are going to be, I don't know that, okay, maybe not the new core, but we're seeing
07-08,
07-08, yeah.
Because 08-09, they still went to the playoffs and lost to Detroit.
You're right. So, but it's like, you're seeing the guys that are going to make up the new core.
Yeah.
You're seeing who's going to be involved for the next 3 to 5 years with this windows open. It's opening up, where it's getting extended with Lincoln, and it's getting extended with, Boquist is really turning it around this second half.
Yeah, Kane's being Kane still.
And, our defense is looking great because you still got to think that Wyatt Kalanick has been looking great.
Yeah.
He's been drawn to the lineup a lot. He's been looking good. You guys will figure you got Ian Mitchell, who's down in Rockford, who's just probably more trying to figure it out a little bit.
He's just marinating.
Yeah,
he's getting nice and juicy. He's getting ready.
Bowden,
yeah,
Zadorov. God, why do I keep calling him Zadorov?
I don't know. You call him Zadorov, and it makes me fucking laugh inside all the time.
Zadorov. Why do I do that? But
speaking of Zadorov, had a little clip come out recently.
Oh yeah, so funny. Don't fucking touch my goalie again. What are you gonna do? Do it. Do it.
But yeah, no, exactly what you're talking about though. Like the team is prepped for the next few years, like to make a good run with the guys that we have. We just need growth.
Yeah, they need to just take that. And like I said, like Colleton is this guy. Like he is. Starting to see him. He's as advertised as what I originally saw him when he got brought on to coach Rockford. Like he is going to be the guy that's going to develop this next generation of Blackhawk player to take this team back to their winning ways, and and just dominate. And it's happening. Like it's so awesome watching this, and it's like laughing. There's like times where it's like we just dummy these teams, and it's just like it's hilarious to me because it's like we're not even supposed to be doing that this yet.
Yeah. Everything happens like so soon.
Yeah. But I mean, you never know. Like again, it's a weird situation. It's a shortened season. Would they keep this up if it was 82? Who knows? You like to think so, but who knows what it would be like if it was a full 82 game season. But yeah, I don't think they're a playoff team this year. I think they're so, like you said, they are so close on that bubble. Yeah. Like it's so damn close that they're one or two pieces, I think, away.
And I think it could come down to like the last game of the season if they make 100%. It or not.
Yeah,
like that's the kind of shit. Well, where like you don't know how the schedulers like paint it so perfectly, where it's like this team needs a fucking point in overtime to make it to the playoffs, and it's like they're down by 1 and they pull their goalie with like 5 minutes left because they're like, I don't fucking care if we lose, we need a fucking goal and get a fucking point. It's like that crazy ass hockey there.
That was like Philly in 2010.
Yeah.
They made it on the last day in a shootout against the Rangers, and they go all the way to the final to lose to.
We ended up making it like the year after, like by the skin of our teeth, because Minnesota or something lost in the last game of the year. And then we're like, all right, we snuck in number 8. And then we went on to play fucking Vancouver into a 7-game series. It's just like
that's fun. That's fun hockey to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Comes onto that
especially when it comes down to teams that are like, it doesn't matter. Your team already won. That's cool, but it's like your team's in the playoffs. As long as that other team loses, and you're like, oh my fucking God, we have no control over this at this point. And you're like, oh Jesus Christ, it's the craziest shit.
It's
I hated
fun too,
that.
because then it's like you have it's like sports betting too. Like here's why it's like because it's like that game has nothing to do with your team and anything. Like your team has nothing to do with that, but you have this extra interest now because whatever this fucking team does, it affects you guys.
Yeah. Speaking of sports betting, DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
THPN promo code.
What up? Hit us up. Let us know if you forget. We'll remind you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of Rockford, huh?
Yeah.
Big news today.
Which it was weird because I remember hearing about this a couple weeks ago. I thought it was already finalized, and then I saw the announcement was coming today. So that was weird. But Blackhawks officially are now owners of the Rockford Ice Hogs.
Yeah, it only cost like $11 million. I
believe it.
It was like 11.2.
Yeah, I believe that.
And then they signed it's got a 15-year lease to keep them in Rockford.
Yeah, at that BMO
So you're welcome, Rockford.
I wonder how fast will they move.
Like right when like what is it, 2036 comes up.
Yeah,
and they find them a better place to be than Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah, it's always like I wish there wasn't so much drama between them and the Wolves.
Yeah,
that would have been cool. But so yeah, here's some of the stuff. Or like the agreement with it. The agreement includes a 15-year lease agreement with the BMO Harris Bank Center, which will keep the Ice Hogs in Rockford until at least 2036. Yeah, 11.8 million for Rockford area venues, entertainment. So basically, they bought everything with that. They're now the 21st NHL team to own their own AHL affiliate, and this also includes Seattle on that number.
Oh, wow.
They have pledged 23 million. There's a 23 million
in renovations
plan for the BMO Arena.
That's what I thought they were going to do. They're going to like renovate and everything. So that's going to be great for the Ice Hogs guys if they're going to renovate the stadium, because I'm sure they're going to add like all sorts of like equipment and training and all sorts of shit like that.
So it's basically concrete's going to be repaired, foundation repair, ice floor repaired.
Have you ever been to a game at Rockford?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
The announcer will say 1 minute left in the period and everybody yells out, "Thank you."
Thank you. Yeah, I was like the first
funniest thing.
I'm so confused watching. I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
But
oh my God, that's the best.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's really cool that it's the Hawks have invested a lot. A lot have come out of Rockford, so it's cool to keep that legacy going with them. Yeah, I'm just curious to see if there's going to be any like major changes with that, or if it's just going to kind of be business as usual. Just Rocky owns it now.
Yeah, now it's called the Rocky Words Hogs.
Oh man, and other news, Blackhawk news.
Yeah, baby.
Speaking of clowns,
the fucking the tactician, the genius himself, Stan Bowman. He is Olympic US GM.
Team USA.
He gets to put his fingers all over that team.
Thank God for him. There's no salary cap, and he doesn't have to worry about giving out no movement clauses.
I think the problem that, like we talked about this before, I think the problem is the fact that he's not going to get his Euro scouts to fucking get European players to play for the USA team. That's the worst part, man.
Or he's got Kane, DeBrincat, and Kubalik penciled in that first line. Can't do that, man. Yeah. Why? Kubalik's how I got. He's good. Nope, can't do that.
He's good. We're getting him a USA citizenship.
No, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I do you think DeBrincat had a chance at being on Team USA? And if you didn't think he had a chance, do you think he has a better chance with Bowman being on there, or do you think he has a worse chance because Bowman doesn't want to be like?
No, he's got a better chance. 100% has a better chance.
You think I think he's made a point to have a great chance.
He definitely, USA. I think, was going to be considered. Yeah. I think you could probably pencil him in at that fourth line, or like 13th forward type of guy.
Yeah, not to mention he got snubbed from the Team USA fucking junior, like, what was it, Junior Olympics? Oh my God, juniors, World Juniors. There we go.
That's gonna be something. Okay, not today, but episode this summer. We got to like build our own Team USA's and we'll compare them.
Oh yeah,
we should do it for like the Olympics. Let's build our own Olympic teams.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't
I'm
that what
making
it
know that
is?
for
Is
this
he
one.
not the GM of the Olympic team? Or what is he? Is he the GM of the World Cup? Is that what it is? I don't know what we're talking
No,
about.
I'm talking about like, so we should like, let's build
Yes.
our, if we were GMs, who would we
Yeah.
have Team USA? Who would
So we
have
were Stan Bowman.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what
just
I'm
said you made it confusing because when you said the Olympics, I was
No,
isn't that what he's doing?
I'm saying we should do like Canada too. We should make our Canadian.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just build the Olympics.
Build the Olympics.
Yeah, build the
I'm
Olympics.
gonna fucking make all the other teams terrible. USA is all the way, baby.
We're gonna build it. We're gonna put it in NHL 21, and then we're gonna sim it.
Just like fantasy.
Yeah, that one. Well,
It did. Spent like 10 hours doing that. It's great.
so does that mean it's like all for sure that the US or NHL is back in it?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, actually, if it's not, guess what? Guess where Bowman's getting his players?
Yeah.
Europe.
Yep.
Guess where his scouts are the best? Europe. Team USA all the way, baby.
Oh shit. So, all right. Anything else for Hawk Talk?
I don't know. Is Ben Smith an American?
I don't
Can't remember.
Canadian.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he's playing in Europe. Just go scout Ben Smith, bring him over back to Team USA.
All right. Was this question you had about Niemi? Is that Hawk
It's not
Talk?
yet. Not yet. It's not yet.
Okay. All right. So NHL talk. We're a little bit late on this, but what the fuck is going on? We're
Superstars decided to go violent last week.
You got Prison McDavid and Prison MacKinnon out.
Just going fucking street rules out here.
Jesus. So McDavid threw a giant late elbow on who was that?
You want to try his name?
No, because I don't even know who it is.
Is Jesper, right? Niemi.
Niemi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which people are talking about like McDavid being like so like, oh, it's McDavid started getting like, cheap shots and all this. Do you go after a McDavid type, finesse player? Like a young finesse player, you're gonna go after him. You're not gonna go after one of the goons.
It's literally one of like the tiniest guys on their team.
Jesus,
I'm pretty sure the kid's still 18 years old. Like that, he's the same as like how Sam Bennett was 18 years old for like 6 years.
Yeah,
like Niemi was drafted like 3 years ago. He's still 18. It's crazy.
Is he like a bust territory yet, or is he still too young?
No. He just had some down years, but it's also I think he was just drafted too high. He's like a decent player, but last year during the playoffs, like him and Nick Suzuki were like the shit.
Yeah, he got sent down for a little bit too.
That's also because Montreal didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, he was born in he was the first NHL player I think
born in 2000. Yeah, to make the show. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so he's 21. Boom, that made it easier.
He looks like he's fucking 14 though. I'm looking at his picture.
Not to mention like birth years, but like when I was at the Cubs game yesterday, when they showed like guys' birth years, it was like Chris Bryant. It was born in like 92, and I was like, originally I was like, oh, he's only like 18. It's just like, oh wait, no, he's like 28. Like he's about to be like 30 or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
So McDavid throwing bows out there, $5,000 fine.
Yeah, are you kidding me? The guy makes $12 million a year base salary in the NHL, not to mention fucking advertisements, and you could throw him a $5,000 fucking like fine for elbowing. Are you shitting me?
And then who did it like a couple?
Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah.
And Vegas. Didn't he get suspended
for 3 games?
Yeah. I told you they have a list of qualifications for the suspension. And it's like, did he elbow the guy? He did. It's like, okay, not looking too good. Is he a superstar player? He is. Looks better for you now, McDavid. Chandler, not so good. It's just like intent to injure. No, it's okay. It's still looking better. It's just like, well, McDavid, you get a $5,000 fine. Stevenson, because no one knows who you are outside of Vegas. You get suspended. Sorry, son. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And then what was it this next day? Nathan MacKinnon.
Yeah.
There's like gets in a scrum with I don't know who you got. I don't remember who it was. Gets in a scrum with somebody. He pulls the guy's helmet off and then goes and like fucking Dale Gribble and King of the Hill pocket sand, but with the fucking helmet, throws the helmet at him and just jumps the guy.
Oh my god, yeah. I love the fucking Dale Gribble reference there.
Like, God. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Just
pocket sand.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why McDavid decided to just go underhand softball with that shit, but like,
McKinnon.
Oh, McKinnon. They both Max. Doesn't matter. But it's just, it was the next day, you're just like, fuck is going on right now?
Oh my, no, it was even funnier too. It kind of reminded me also, like, when you're playing dodgeball in school, when you have two balls, you toss one up to like kind of get them to go to catch it, then you just whip the other one at them.
That's legit the little Nicky.
Yeah.
When he's in the pillow fight, he throws it up in the air and then hits him in the face. It's the best.
Oh my God, some great references to this episode. I love it. But yeah, MacKinnon only $5,000 fine too.
Yeah, why not? I think I was saying in our group chat, I was like, I think he's just pissed he only got 2 goals in a fucking 9-3 game. Or 2 points. I don't even think it was
Arizona. It was Arizona they were playing.
Arizona's like not like the worst team in that division, but
they're fourth.
Every single time they play Colorado, they shit on them. Like Colorado is so nasty against Arizona, and you saw it last year during the playoffs when Colorado would put up like 40 plus shots and Arizona would get like 12.
Yeah.
And it was every fucking game.
And wasn't there one game they got to Arizona only got to double digits because they somehow pulled it to overtime?
Yeah, probably.
There was one that was just
it's like, brutal.
But yeah, like I don't understand like what is so hard with consistency in this league with, suspensions, with what's a goal, what's not a goal, like what's offside, what's not offsides. I think we're getting kind of talking about, you said like it's just straight up be suspensions.
Yeah, I don't like.
I think if they're going to do fines, it needs to be a percentage. So you go based off the player's contract. So it would be like 5%, because you know what?
Yeah.
5% is going to make a big difference in McDavid versus what $5,000 would be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
versus somebody like Corey Perry. Also, the craziest thing is just like now, like elbowing, which used to just be a penalty, has now become like a match penalty.
Yeah.
But only in certain circumstances, because like McDavid stayed in the game, didn't he?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't think he got kicked out.
Yeah, he only got 2 minutes.
And it's just like, I don't know what's going on. Like spearing was a penalty for just the longest time, but I think spearing's become like a more serious penalty at this point. But now you have like stages of like penalties based on severeness. But like, I understand the easiest one to understand stages of severeness for a penalty is high sticking. Did the guy fucking bleed or not?
Right.
Like that should be like the shit for everything. Like, well,
the issue
you elbowed him.
The issue too is that they're trying to cut back on headshots.
Right.
And the whole thing, I'm great. That's awesome. We got to protect the players, all that kind of stuff.
If the head gets hit, fucking suspend him. That's it.
Yeah, but there's times though what makes it hard is that the head might have gotten hit, but it was after a shoulder to shoulder hit, and it was like they kind of followed.
Well, that's why they talk about the principal point of contact.
But that's what I'm saying though, and that's even that they don't get right. They don't get consistent with that too.
God,
so it's like
just take hitting out of the game.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Just allow the players to fight every time they want to hit somebody.
The league listens to this show. They're gonna hear that and they're gonna fucking take it.
Well, you know what's good? At least Russia doesn't listen to this show because I haven't been taken out by Putin yet.
Oh, man. But talking about Colorado, too, real quick. They're on an absolute tear.
Yeah. Let's talk about Colorado.
13-0-2 in their last 15. 64 goals for, 10 against.
This is where I got a question for you, sir.
Oh shit.
Do you think Grubauer is just Niemi 2.0? And I'll tell you why this could be a thing. I have the similarities of
Okay, so based on your reaction right now, I'm gonna say yes.
So,
But the reason I would argue no is
yeah.
that he hasn't, like, been, he's not an elite goalie by means, but I feel like he's been consistent enough
Yeah.
longer than Niemi that he isn't Niemi 2.0. He's better.
Okay. I'm just gonna go over a couple team stats with you real quick.
Okay.
Blackhawks 09-10. So 09-10, they finished towards the top of the league, right? Where do you think they finished in shots for per game?
Shots for.
Yeah.
Third.
First. So where do you think they finished in shots against per game?
First.
Cool. So where do you think Colorado is in shots for per game right now?
First.
Yep. And where do you think they are again shots against per game right now?
First.
Yes. So with those kind of like basic possession metrics, currently at this point, while the season's not finished, Grubauer does have a better save percentage and better goals against average. He does have fewer shutouts than Niemi. Niemi ended up finishing that season with a 9.12 and a 2.25. And Grubauer right now is at a 9.26 and a 1.83. So that's fantastic. That's great. Like it is above. Plenty of hockey left in the season, still. Like the crazy thing is Grubauer has five shutouts, which is fantastic. But guess what? Niemi ended with 7.
So what you're trying to tell me?
They're also. Oh wait, no. Niemi was 26. Grubauer was 29.
So what you're trying to tell me by this is that goalies are irrelevant. It doesn't matter who you put in net.
No, I'm just saying if you have Grubauer is actually playing a little bit better quality starts wise. Only had 4 really bad starts so far to Niemi's 7 total. I didn't even look at these fucking other advanced stats because I never look at these because I don't even know what they mean. But they're like still like somewhat close together. I'm not saying they're irrelevant. I'm just saying when your team, like if they didn't have this at least decent, good enough quality goalie, like they would not be as good as they are. But they're putting themselves as a team in a great place by being those guys that literally fucking have the puck all the time.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if people think that Grubauer is like insanely good, but like to me, like if you're only getting an average of 25 shots against a game, I'm really hoping you only let in, if you can only let in 2, like that's great because you're only getting about 25 shots against a game.
I personally think Grubauer is better than Niemi. I think he's a better goalie, but for the sake of this argument for this year, he's Niemi 2.0. I don't think he's doing what he's doing if it wasn't for.
And by 2.0, I don't mean just like second, like Niemi again. I mean, a little bit better version. It's the 2.0 version.
Oh yeah, then 100% agree with you're saying. 100%.
And so that's why I was just like, man, like he's having a great season, but it's kind of like that's what happened with Niemi, like back in 09-10. Like we were all excited because we're winning games. And
so if Colorado,
I mean, here's the funny thing. Niemi ended up playing 39 games. He had 35 starts. Right now, Grubauer has played 32 and has 31 starts. Niemi finished with 26-7-4, and Grubauer right now is 24-7-1. So that's also very fucking close together too. So they if Grubauer doesn't finish the season as strong as he's playing right now, he could end up with basically the same fucking stats as Niemi in 2010. But I mean, with the way that they're playing, who knows? Like he could keep it up and still be like a good amount better. But I think it's just really funny to like speculate like right now during this point of the season with only so many games left.
I guess the true test or the true answer will be, do they bring home the cup?
That's true. Yeah. Like, does he keep performing in the playoffs? Does Colorado keep performing in the playoffs? Do they run into Minnesota during the playoffs and end up somehow like losing? I think last time they met in the playoffs, like Minnesota ended up taking them out. That's the only team, or them in Vegas, I think is going to be a fantastic matchup anyway.
We were talking about that too. And then also, wait, let me throw that because you really didn't answer that. What do you think about what I was saying in the group chat? I was saying that this playoffs this year, they're either going to be absolutely amazing or they're going to be absolutely trash. I don't see there being a middle ground. Like, it was all right.
No, they're going to be fantastic.
But I'm just saying though, do you agree with that statement? Like, it's either going to be amazing playoffs or it's just going to be absolutely terrible.
No, because I think they're going to be amazing. No, it's honestly because I just think they're going to be amazing. I don't fucking know, man. I think it's because like I can't even like decide on how to say this at this moment. But like since like your division is like the divisions have been playing against each other, but the divisions are different this year. So that's kind of like, I think is really cool. But I think the fact that they get reseeded and then play each other where like you might have a different, like an East versus East team in the final or the West versus West team in the final, I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
I think that possibility is pretty amazing.
I think the North Division, don't even pay attention to them. They're done. Once they hit to play another team, I think they're done.
I mean, we'll see. Like, you never know. Like, fucking, I just got an update. Austin Matthews already scored again. Like, fuck, what's he got, 28 now?
Yeah, but the North Division isn't good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have no goaltending.
There's no goaltending. It's crazy. You get them faced against one of these teams that's going to come out. One of the teams
that plays defense and has goaltending? Oh, my God.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to even think. It's going to be because you got Vasilevsky with Tampa. You got
Grubauer.
You got Lehner and
Marc-Andre Fleury is playing insane.
The two-headed monster there.
Varlamov's playing amazing. But Bobrovsky's actually having a good season. He's got a 9-10 right now.
Everybody Florida's been thrown out there has been good in that.
Yeah, Lincoln.
They have like 3 or 4.
It's really fucking good.
And that Spencer Knight's supposed to be playing. Might get some time with them too before the season's over.
That's cool.
That'll be interesting to see how he does. Hopefully they'll throw him in against the Hawks.
Fuck, man. If UC Sorrow keeps it up, he might steal some shit in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
He's got a 928 right now. Oh, man. I think he might be leading the league. Please go. Why would you go the other way? Actually, Chris Dredger in Florida has got a 931.
Yeah, he's been solid.
And Vasilevsky's got a 931. Oh, my God. He's so good. But it's also not fair because they're so good defensively.
Mrazek's coming back too, and he was filthy before he got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm just saying, like, Canada doesn't have any good goaltending at this moment. Like, nobody's playing up to their potential. Or, I don't know, maybe they just don't play defense up there, and now they're just offensively crazy.
Toronto is their only hope, I think, and I'm sorry, Toronto's not going to win.
Yeah. Until they can prove me wrong, they're probably done in the first round.
Now, I don't know about the first round. I think they actually make it to the second round. I actually think. I don't know. I was gonna say I think they're the lock to represent the North in like the conference final or the semifinal, whatever they're calling it this year.
We'll see.
But I don't know about that.
Hasn't Buffalo made it to the second round in a more recent time span than Toronto?
So that was a hilarious that I saw that it was like, don't let Buffalo's 18-game losing streak
deter you from
deter you
distract you from the fact
that they've won a playoff series more recently than Toronto.
That's fucking amazing. Also, since the last time we talked, Buffalo's going 3 games.
I know. I was about to say, my last thing I have on my list here is there's a new wagon in town, boys. It's called the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh my God. Jump aboard. Get on before you're left behind. I've honestly love shitting on them, but I want them to succeed.
I do. I want Buffalo to win.
They're kind of like my favorite team to just I don't know, just fuck with.
Yeah.
But if they start winning, that's great. They had a Rasmus hat trick the other day. You know about that?
Oh.
Rasmus Dahlin, Rasmus Ristolainen, Rasmus Asplund, who's a forward, all scored in a game and they won. Yeah, a Rasmus hat trick.
I thought they were wearing their reverse retros too the other day. I fucking love those.
Ugh.
They're so nice.
Yeah, man. I'm all jazzed up about. I keep telling my buddies to bet against the Sabres, and
now they're winning.
Now they're fucking winning, and now I'm like, God damn, man! It used to be a lock. But you know what's the new lock? I'll tell you what, because we're gonna shit on this other team. St. Louis losing. St. Louis fucking sucks.
Fuck the Blues. Fuck the
Dude,
Blues.
This is their month that they're gonna lose so much. They just lost twice to Colorado to start April. They just lost to Vegas 6-1. They're playing Vegas again tonight. Fucking see you later, St. Louis. They got 3 games against fucking Minnesota. Then they play Colorado again. Fuck out of here. You're out of the playoffs. Stay out. I don't want to fucking hear about you ever again. Oh, I'm jazzed, man. Let's go. It's pretty great.
All right. Last thing too, real quick.
I was like, what are you thinking about?
So Lundqvist was talking with Kevin Weeks.
Oh, nice.
And he was saying that he's hoping that Dodgers will clear him to come back to play next year.
That'd be fantastic.
So he's not eyeing retirement. So that's pretty.
Is he going to come back and go to Washington, his longtime home?
Yeah, I don't know. He only signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah. Do you think free agency hits and where does he go? Or because Washington's got 2 solid goalies at this point.
Yeah,
that Vanacek kid really stepped up and just kind of did just enough until Samsonov came back.
Yeah, so that was interesting. We'll see. That's all hypothetical. I don't know. Can't really look too far into it until it's
off season.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to an actual summer off season this year too.
Ish.
It's going to be during the summer.
Yeah, it's still July. Yeah, I think July.
We get the expansion draft coming up too. Yeah. Did we ever find out about the Seabrook? We don't have to protect Seabrook at all, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You could always ask players to waive their protection. So just ask them and you'd be like, yeah.
I'm going to check friendly really quick.
Does it say it on there if they can?
They have they got their countdown to the trade deadline. 4 days, 18 hours,
yeah,
6 minutes, 52 seconds. Let's go.
Let's get in touch with Cat Friendly and see if they want to throw a sponsor. I love their website. Yeah, while you're looking that up, you got anything else for NHL talk? NHL news?
No, I think that we're pretty much done. I don't see anything on here what I thought I saw. So interactive.
I can't believe Seabrook's made $80 million. It's a good guy. Good guy, Seabrook.
It's saying they're listing him on how you can go on there and do your own expansion draft. And pick who's protected. They have him clicked as protected.
Oh, well, I think the teams are allowed to ask guys to waive their protection. But I don't remember. Because I thought that, wasn't wasn't Toronto able to ask like Clarkson to waive his protection, or no, Horton? No. It was Columbus. Columbus was asked Clarkson to waive his protection or some shit. And then they did, or he did, and then he ended up like getting picked up by Vegas for William Karlsson.
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think that about does it. So yeah, we posted this on Thursday just because we took off Sunday for a holiday, but I think going forward we're shooting for a two episode a week schedule again.
Yeah.
The plan's gonna be posted on Mondays and Thursdays. We're gonna try to treat. It's obviously up for change, but we're gonna try to treat.
We're shooting for.
Yeah, this episode, the Thursday episode, will have some sort of guess, whether it be an interview from a former player, another account, ton of podcasts from the Hockey Podcast Network that would be cool to have on and kind of talk about their teams a little bit.
Yeah,
trying to get
just like some hockey discussion, really.
Yeah, just have some fun with it. And then we'll do the usual, recaps and stuff like that. And it's also going to be a lot easier once playoffs come around to kind of keep everything updated, up to date with 2 episodes a week. So, yeah, more content from us, just what you guys want. So
let's try it out.
Yeah, so as always, find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, wherever the hell it's called now. I think we're on Pandora. Apple Podcasts, leave a review for us. Let us know how we're doing.
Let us know if you want us to print on vinyl. We'll do that.
Yeah, print on vinyl. All hipster on you guys. Yeah, follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Send us Ryan and Pine questions. Let's get Ryan and Pine going again. We'd love to have some questions answered. And
it
doesn't have to be hockey related. Have some fun with it too. Yeah. Other than that, follow the Hockey Podcast Network.
Yes.
Their slate of shows. And when you're using daily drafting, daily draft fantasy and all that kind of stuff, or if you're on the sports book in a state that allows sports book, use code THPN. Get some cool little promos on there.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, what do you want to call it?
Ooh, shit. I don't know.
9.
What is it? 129?
Yeah.
DM me 2.0?
No.
I don't know. Trade deadline coming up. I don't know. Fucking Hannah Stroza return to Chicago.
I'm gonna go. Lots happening.
It's the comeback. It's the comeback.
Comeback. Yes, the comeback.
It's the comeback.
Everybody loves a good comeback. So.
Welcome back, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Welcome back, Jesus. Jesus Christ.
All right. So for Tanner and myself, we'll check you out on the next one.
See you later, boys. Love ya. Bye.